Welcome back. Another day, not another dollar, because I'm not making any money. But anyways, still working on that Fairlane. I got this clutch master cylinder bracket made. Let me show you guys this real quick. So I actually went ahead and did it myself because I had the metal. I'll get better lighting. I had the metal, so it's actually two pieces welded together in the metal, in the middle. Let me get this light situated. So I've got a piece right here, and then it comes up, and then I've got another piece right here that comes back, and they're welded together along here. This is brake master cylinder. It's sitting down here for now. This is the clutch, of course, clutch master, of course. Next step is going to be attaching the rod to the pedal I have in there. Now, one of the things I noticed was like, oh crap, there's the hood hinge. Ooh, what's going to happen? So I got a long piece of metal on here, and I can actually show you guys. All right, so check this out. All right, it's not down all the way because the pliers there are hitting, but it doesn't have much more to go, and there's still tons of room between the spring and the master cylinder, so that's good. I was super worried there for a second, but we're gonna be good there. Yeah, so that's good. I had a question for you. So originally I was going to use an AR5 transmission with this to have a 5-speed, so it has an overdrive, because this is just going to be a nice little cruiser car. It's not going to have a ton of power. It's just going to be a nice, reliable daily driver kind of thing. So I was going to put an AR5 to have a 5-speed for that overdrive, so I can cruise on the highway, low RPMs, not use much gas, whatever. Well, the more I think about it, I don't know, because this thing's got a 2.8 rear end, because the automatic transmission that came with it is a 2-speed. So they had to, I guess, give it as much gearing as they could. I don't know. I'm still not an expert on gearing, but 2.8 rear end. So what do you guys think? So I've got the AR5 right here, which is pretty much ready to go with its clutch kit and everything. I've also got this Borgwarner T10 out of a 62 Corvette, 4-speed. You can see, you know, it's got the shifter and everything. There's the ball that I would put on it. I was going to use this for my drift project, because that's not going to have a ton. I mean, it's going to have, you know, 5.3 with a cam and some head work, but that's pretty much about it. That's all I was really going to do. I was going to use that for the drift car. And then I've got this Muncie M21. It's not an M22, unfortunately. It's not the Rock Crusher, but it's still a Muncie. It's an M21. It's still really good transmission. I actually got it after it was just rebuilt, never used since then, and it's got a nice shifter on it too. But tell me what you guys think. What's your opinion? Because I'm at the point where I could use any of these transmissions on that engine, because I haven't cut any holes in the floorboard or anything, haven't made any transmission mounts, whatever. AR5, T10, M21. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your opinions are on how it's going to interact with that gearing. Remember, this Fairlane project is not going to be, you know, a super hot rod or anything. It's going to be a daily driver, cruiser, something that I can honestly drive cross country in if I wanted to, and just cruise, you know. So let me know. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. All right, so I want to show you guys what I'm doing with this clutch master cylinder to get it to attach to the pedal. I have the pedal in the car right now. I don't have it out, but I'll take, you know, another video once I get it all installed. So here we go. So this is the master cylinder, right? It's in the vise. It's not super tight. It's just being held in there snug. So usually, like on all the master cylinders I've seen, even Willwood, this is how the rod is in there. There's a C-clip that's down in there, okay? So you take the C-clip out, and then the whole rod and everything just lifts out, right? Take the washer, take the C-clip off. So this right here was the, you know, the connection that came with the master cylinder. This is what I just made, okay? So I got a 1/4-20 bolt right here. I ground the head down a bit. 1/4-20 nut, and then a 1/4-20 coupling nut, which is basically just a really long nut. And this is threaded about halfway in. You'll see what this is for in a second when I show you the pedal. So basically what I'm going to do I put the pedal in, put this on the pedal, got the pedal where I wanted it, and then I marked on here where the end of this was, so I knew where to cut it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this piece and I'm just gonna weld it right there. And then, you know, this makes it adjustable right here, that you're having the threads and everything. You know how this was, it was not adjustable because it was for a CJ5, like I said. So you put it in, you put it on the CJ5 pedal, and you're good to go, right? So that's the only downside to buying one of these master cylinders, is you have to do some work, but to me it's worth it. So this makes it adjustable. Once I have it welded, I'll loosen this nut right here, then I'll take this coupling nut off, and then I can fit this whole assembly back through this washer, put it back in the master cylinder, put the C-clip in there, bada bing, bada boom. All right, so I got that rod welded up. Let me focus here. Okay, so you can see the weld right there. Maybe not the best, but it'll hold. The only thing I'm worried about is the stiffness of this 1/420. Like I said, it's not going to be a performance car, so it's just running like basically a stock, not very heavy clutch. So I think it'll be all right. If it bends in the future, I'll just make a new one. Not a big deal. So yeah, I got it in there. You can see the C-clip in there, holding it all together. Come on now, there we go. And you know, it works just like a clutch master, normal clutch master. Okay, sweet. All right, I got the clutch master in. Here it is. Of course, it's on there real solid. Oh man, that bracket's working out real well. I like it. So let me take you inside the car, show you what I did here. Turn this light on. Okay. All right, so there's the clutch pedal. You can see, right. Got a shadow here. Use my shadow right up in there. There's the clutch master. There's that little linkage, and it turned out really well. I welded I don't know what you'd call it, like a sleeve nut on here, and then this nut threads into that, and then this piece goes over that sleeve nut. And I have these washers just as spacers, but yeah, it's working really well. It's perfect. No binding, nothing. Here's my brake side. You can see that there's a brake switch, electronic brake switch. I converted from the pressure brake switch to this electronic brake switch. I'm gonna have to do something similar for the clutch, because this is gonna have cruise control, so I need to disengage cruise either when I brake or when I push the clutch in. Yeah. Another thing I'm gonna have to do is mount the pedal. So the stock pedal bolted down here, and there was a rod that went through this big hole right here, but I've got plenty of real estate here. I might do it tonight. I got the electronic throttle with the 5.3 because it's drive-by-wire. While I'm in the mood of doing pedals, maybe I'll do it tonight. We'll see. But after that, at least after that pedal or something, maybe next time, I don't know. I'm gonna start cutting these strut towers. So here's a better view of what I was talking about. You see how far these strut towers come into the engine bay. It's crazy. So basically, I'm just gonna cut like up here, through here, all the way up here, and then around the other side and down, and same thing on both sides. Hopefully I won't have to remove this steering box. Hopefully I can work around it. If not, it's just gonna be really annoying. But yeah, I'm liking it. It's a great fit, honestly. Plenty of room between the fittings here and everything, so if I need to get them off in the future, I'm sure I can. But yeah, I'm liking it. Okay, so I went ahead and did the gas pedal. It was actually way easier than I thought. Honestly, it was so close to being just a straight bolt in. Let's check it out. Let me turn my flash on. So there's the pedal. I had to. This came out of a Tahoe, so you know it was made for a vehicle with a ton of room down here. What I had to do was, the pedal was like over here, so I had to kind of cut and weld it up in here and bring it over a little bit, but it works super good. check that out. No interference or nothing. But yeah, I was able to, for the top bolt right here, yeah, I was able to actually use one of the stock throttle linkage bolts. These are 2 of them. That was one. There's other ones right there. All I had to do was drill 1 hole here. So it was almost bolt in. That was crazy. But yeah, I love when stuff like that happens. That makes me real happy. Woo! I went ahead and got the strut towers cut. Let me show you what it's all about. So here we go. Looks way different. Well, maybe a little bit different, but yeah, there's really nothing I can do about the A-arms here. You know, they kind of they stick in too, but man, those strut towers were like way out there. So I got a lot more room. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna make some plates, triangular shaped plates, one for each side, and then weld them in here. I'm gonna leave this area open, just cause, and same on this side. This is why I said I need some really tight fitting headers when I put this LS in here. Like I said in one of my other video clips, I know Hooker makes a set. I think they're like $500 though. That's a lot. If anyone has any suggestions of a nice, tight, high fitting set of manifolds, even some OEM manifolds, I don't care. Like I said, this is not going to be a super high performance thing. It's just going to be a stock cruiser pretty much. So I mean, honestly, I'd be perfectly happy with dual 2 1/4 going to single 2 1/2 even, or something like that. Yeah, let me know. I'm gonna clean up. I blew some air through this whole engine bay and everything. It was super messy after all that grinding and all these rosette welds, you know, all these spot welds. There was like 10, 11, or 12 on each side I had to do. My gosh, Ford. And then I had to weld some plates right here to support between the frame rail and the A-arm. I don't know what you'd call it, A-arm frame, whatever. One here, and then on the backs also of each of those. I didn't cut it out as much over here because I really did not want to take this gearbox off, and I figured, it's all right, because even if I did cut this out more, the gearbox is there. So if I can't fit an exhaust with that gearbox, it's not like cutting this out would do anything anyways. But I think I'm happy with it, and like I said, just gonna clean up and head in for the night. Peace.